Laura here. I'm here today to do my February wrap up. I was able to read 6 books, listen to 2 audiobooks, and then I started a book. So I really liked everything that I read this month, and it was a really, really good reading month for me. I was actually kind of impressed with everything going on that I was able to read so much, and I hope I can keep that going in March, because this is the upcoming March. I'll talk about it in my next video. It's probably going to be my most hectic month at school. So I'm hopeful I will get to read a lot. The first book that I read, and I actually have just put up my video a few days ago, is Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I did a video, but it was a very, very cryptic review. This is the type of book that I really think you need to go in totally blind, because the whole book is done through, like, found documents and stuff, and it's kind of a story that I think you really need to hear through the documents and not through me explaining it. But it's basically a sci-fi thriller about a space crisis and all the drama that comes from it, but the whole book doesn't really have a narrative. It's just kind of written through really unique storytelling methods, and I really, really liked it. It was fast-paced. This book is close to like 700 pages, and I think I read it in like 4 days, just because it's such a fast-paced read, and you have to know what happens. Once you get sucked into this world, you really, really have to finish. I really like Amy Kaufman. Check my March wrap up, my March TBR, and I'm going to hopefully get to finish her Starbound series that she wrote with another author. I have the book, and it will get read, but I really, really like this book, and it's going to be a series, and I heard her talking on a podcast that they're going to do some wild stuff in it that they didn't get to do in this book, like design-wise, and I'm super excited to see what that is. So if you have not read this, I highly recommend you pick it up, but as I said in my wrap-up, or my non-spoiler review, you have to get the physical copy of this book. You cannot listen to it as an audiobook, and you cannot read it on your Kindle or Nook, because it will really just take away from the beauty that is this book. So I highly recommend you read this and check it out. If you guys want a spoiler discussion, comment below, and I would actually do it for this book, because I didn't think that this book is another one of the books that kind of needs it. There's not really a lot I could say about it other than I really, really enjoyed it and recommend that you go out and read it yourself. But I gave that book 5 stars. It was an amazing, amazing read. And then the next book that I read and completed was Strange and Ever After by Susan Dennard, and this is the final book in her Something Strange and Deadly series. I really liked it. I just put up my review before this video, so go check it out if you want more information. And also in that video, I did like a non-spoiler review of the whole series for the first few minutes, so go check it out. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked where Eleanor went, and also all the twists and turns that happened with the stories. I really liked it, and I was very excited to see where this story went. Now, the next book, at this point, I started Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, which is the first book in her new series. I started it, and as I said in my wrap-up, it was a little bit slow going. So at this point, I also tried to take a book out from my library on my Kindle, Stars Above, which is the new, like, Marissa Meyer novella collection of all the novellas that are in the Cinder and the Lunar Chronicle series. That came in, but it was really, like, I had to read it, like, on my computer. So I read it in, like, a day. I read, like, this 12 stories in, like, a day. So that's the next thing that I completed. While since I read a book in like such quick succession. I think what helped is that the stories were like between like 50 and 60 pages each. So I would like read a story, I would go do something, I would come back, and I would read the story again. But I love them all. There was one that I skimmed through just because I didn't really see the connection to the series. But the final story, which is basically like an epilogue after winter, I loved, and I just adored it. It was great. And then I also heard rumors that not rumors, it was announced, but there's going to be like a graphic novel series that follows them after, and that's going to be like a new venture for her. And I'm super excited, and I'll actually probably pick those up because I really, really love those characters. I think I said it in my winter wrap-up. I really, really, truly love those characters, and I don't want to leave them. So I'll probably want to picking those up as well. But I really, really liked it. I loved the last story, and I loved the early stories about Cinder. And the story, like, I just loved them all. They were great, and they were so, so fast-paced. I might eventually, really be honest with you, have to buy that book or just get it on my Kindle, because I really, really love those stories. And those are the stories that I would just like to read over and over and over again, so it might become a buy one day. But I really, really liked it. And then I went back and I finished reading Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. As I said in my wrap-up, I gave it like 3.5 stars. Was a little bit slow going for me, but as I say with all fantasy novels, it takes some time to build a world appropriately. And I really like the characters, and I'm so excited to see where the book goes, because it did leave off on kind of a big cliffhanger. And then I also, during this time, I started listening to some audiobooks, so I wound up listening to and completing Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It was the Book Hype Book Club pick of the month, and I was able to complete it. I liked it. I gave it like 3 stars. I sometimes got a little bit lost in it, like listening to it when I was at the gym, because I would just get distracted. But overall, I like really, really liked it. So that's my thoughts about Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And then the next book I started reading was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And this was actually a reread for me. I read it last year this time, and the new book, Cruel Crown, just came out. The Glass Sword just came out, and there's a bunch of novellas that I also have to read before it, and that's called The Cruel Crown because it's 2 of them. But I really needed to reread it because I really forgot what happened. I knew the end, I knew the big twist at the end, but I didn't know how we got there. So I really have to reread it, and my hope is that once I finish all these books from my library, see my March TBR, I will get to finally rent it and take it out of my library and read it. But I have like 3 books I have to read before then, because I have like all these books from my library, and I really just have to read them. But I really, really liked it. I know some people have issues with this book, and I know it's like a really, really, if you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. I really liked it. I always forget sometimes how much I love dystopian novels, but I really, 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 really liked it. And I gave it 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see what happens in Glass Sword, and I cannot wait to read the novellas, which focus on Farley and Prince Kai. I know he has like a K name. Cal. That's his name, Cal. I know on Cal's mother. So I'm very, very excited to see where those novellas come, and then to read Glass Sword. And then after that, I wound up reading Brightly Woven by Alexandra Bracken. And fortunately, it's like out of like print, kind of. You can't find it anywhere really, and it's not in ebook form. So I was like getting desperate, and I went to my library and I ordered it, and it came in a lot faster than I thought, so I got to read it. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. The world building was a little bit complicated, and it was a little bit slow. It wasn't what I wanted it to be, but I think it also wasn't what I wanted it to be, because like I knew it was a standalone. And it did have like a clear ending, but there was more of a hint that there could have been more in this. And I just kind of wanted to know that there was going to be more, but I knew it was just a standalone. But I really liked it. It was kind of like, again, like a girl discovers something about herself that she didn't know. But I really liked the world, and I liked the characters, and it was fast paced, and it was a really, really fun read. If you guys want to non-spoiler review, let me know. I just know it's hard to find, but if you guys do want one, just comment below and I'll happily do it. And then I was really, really bored on a train one day, and I started re-listening to Lowland Boy Next Door, and I finished it in about 2 days. I think that's like my favorite Stephanie Perkins book ever, so I just like listened to it in 2 days. I love Cricket. I love Lola. I really, really love their love story, and I just really, really enjoyed it. So that was another thing to add to my Goodreads goal. I'm like 1 book behind at this point, and it's always quite frustrating. So I'm trying to listen to more. We'll see. Check out my May TBR to see what I'm going to try to listen to that month. And then I started reading The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. This is a like 1800 Regency novel. And I'm just about like 100 pages in it, so I don't like know that much. I know there is demons, and that's like she kind of becomes like a demon hunter kind of, but I don't really know a whole lot. I haven't got to that part yet, so I don't really know what it's about, but I do really like it, and I've heard a lot of reviews that says that it's full of like court espionage, which I really, really like, and the main character I really, really enjoy. So be sure to check out my March read when it comes up, and my March TBR and my eventual review. But I'm about 100 pages in, and I really, really like it. That is all the stuff that I've read for February. Hope you guys are having a great day. Comment and like below, and like all my links. But I'll talk to you guys later.